Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I am Jen Sugarmeyer, your host of Mindset in the Morning, and we are here live 5 days a week at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. But because this is YouTube, you can really tune in whenever you would like. But I'll be here at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. And Mindset in the Morning is all about preparing your mind for the day, getting ready, getting it exercised so that as things are thrown at you throughout the day, that you can bob and weave it with grace instead of getting smacked in the face. Because this is where all the magic happens. You know, the 6 inches in between your ears. That's right. When we understand how to use this, then we can go through life like Muhammad Ali. Woo, sting like a, what is it? Move like a butterfly, sting like a bee, something or other like that. So that's what we want to do. We want to be able to move through life. And instead of turning on the news and going into suffering, instead of something happening and it just taking us down, we want to be able to show up powerfully every single day and live our best life. Let's not kid ourselves. Life is really short and it's really precious. So we need to be enjoying every single minute. All of us are alive, but we need to also be living. So that's what we're all about here on Mindset in the Morning. And today is Thanksgiving. If you are watching this live or if you're watching this today is Thanksgiving here in the United States, and it is a time to give thanks. And it is such an incredible holiday where we are, sitting around tables and eating traditionally, and we're going to talk about that, where, we give thanks and gratitude for the things that we have. And this week we've talked about, how to find gratitude when you're just like not feeling it. And we've talked about how to find gratitude in the things that you don't have. And yesterday we talked about finding gratitude in the things that just suck. How do we find this thing called gratitude? And we want to make it an attitude. And so today is a little special and it resonates with me. So we're going to talk about it. Now, this may not be relevant to you, but I guarantee that there's somebody that that is alone today, that is alone through the holidays. And that can be really tough for people. And so we're going to talk about this and we're going to normalize it. And we're going to show you how awesome it can be. So whether it's relevant to you or somebody else, just know what people are going through. Let's be empathetic to people and then also maybe direct them to this video because we want to make sure that everybody is having a good day. And sometimes the holidays can be kind of tough when you're alone. So we're going to rock and roll on why being alone on the holidays is awesome. That's right. Being alone on the holidays can be awesome. It can also be awesome to be around people. Why is it so hard to be alone? Well, traditionally, we're around family, and that's this expectation. You grow up and, if it's Christmas, you run downstairs and, there's presents under the tree and you open them together. Or if it's Thanksgiving, everybody's sitting around a table and, you spend a lot of time with family and maybe you've lost loved ones. And so the holidays remind you more of a loved one, or maybe you were divorced and you used to have your family, your whole entire family and your spouse there, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your significant other, or whatever that may look like. And now all of a sudden, your kids are with their, with the person that you are no longer with. And so it just we can really get in our heads, and the holidays can be tough. I get it. I'm alone myself. And quite frankly, this is the decision today that I made, and I want to be alone today. And we're going to go into exactly why this can be an amazing thing. So, first and foremost, we know where our thoughts go, our energy flows. So if we start to think about how alone we are, if we start to focus and tell ourselves that being alone is a negative thing, then our brains are going to find validation for why that's true. Oh, it sucks to be alone. And then your brain goes, yeah, let me find justification. So your brain goes, it sucks to be alone because, and it starts rattling off all these things. And you start to sit in those feelings. Now, you can also change the dialogue and say, it's awesome to be alone. And don't worry, we're going to get there. It's awesome to be alone. And then your brain starts to think of all the reasons why. But I think it's easier a lot of times for us to think of the it sucks to be alone. And a lot of times we get stuck here. And so if this is you, if this is somebody you know, or if you just want to have more comfort in hanging out by yourself, and this is such a good message for you. So where your thoughts go, your energy flows. All right, let's dig in. First and foremost, you get to define life however you want. It's like your opinion, you know. You can like apples or not. Like that's your opinion. I can't force you to like apples. If you're like, I don't like apples, I don't like apples. Like we get to create whatever life we want. My definition of happiness is not your definition of happiness. Some people really like to cook. Some people hate to cook. Some people, it stresses them out because they're like, I'm not good at this. I don't enjoy it. I just like to eat. So there's no one definition of what you should like, of what brings you happiness. There's no one definition of success. There's not, you get to define everything. Same as any holiday or any day that you're alone, you get to define it. And especially on holidays, I think we have this definition of, and I kind of went into it a little bit, but on Thanksgiving, we sit around the table and we eat turkey and we eat stuffing and there's got to be gravy and mashed potatoes. And it's like, it has to be this way. I don't know. I don't think it has to be that way. I mean, traditionally, that is, yes, that's the custom, but it doesn't necessarily mean that that's what you're tied to. If you don't like Brussels sprouts, you do not have to put them on the table. If you do not like turkey, like, okay, how many vegetarians are out there that are like, yeah, I'm going to skip on the turkey? All of them. All of them, if they're just serving other vegetarians, because they are going to redefine what it is. And maybe it's a fake turkey, or maybe they want salmon. I don't know. But they're not going to go by the traditional ways because it doesn't align with them. So you are in control of how you want this to look. So you can choose, choice. It is one of, and we talk about this all the time on the show. Choice is the power. You have the choice to say, I'm going to define it this way, or you have the choice to define it another way. You get to decide. How do you want to define today? The holiday, the traditional route, and it can only be that way or it's ruined. I have to be sitting around with these people eating these things, or this is a terrible day. I don't know. I feel like that's a lot of pressure on making everything happen. Or you can redefine it and say, I don't actually have to eat all these things and I can just do what I want. So you're at liberty to do that. You have the freedom to make your life how you want it. All right. Self-care. How many times do we say, oh, I just don't have time for self-care. I'm just so busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. Guess what? On the holidays, there's a good chance that you have off today. And if you're off and you're by yourself, hello, do some self-care. Plan in advance, and you don't have to plan in advance. All you have to do is go run the bath water and go sit in the bathtub. But there is something that you can do for yourself today. It doesn't even have to cost any money. You can sit in that bathtub, you can read a book, you can just paint your nails, you can go take a walk, you can do whatever it is. But the whole I'm too busy for self-care, well, most of the world is closed on holidays. Grocery stores close early. And if you're not cooking and going to an event, well, certainly you have time. So use it for yourself. Yeah. There are so many people that are like, man, I wish I had more time for myself. You have an entire day to yourself. Use it to take care of you. Yeah, that's right. Self-care all day. Be selfish. It's not selfish, actually, but you know what I mean. Be selfish with it. Start a new tradition. Why do what everybody else is doing? Make a new tradition. If it's you by yourself, maybe you find that you like to go do something special. You like to go walk around a certain lake. On my birthday, every year I go to this lake and I walk around it, and I go get a cupcake, and that has become my tradition. And I like to do it by myself. And so I could actually take that and do it any day of the year. I don't have to buy the cupcake today. I could have thought about it in advance and bought the cupcake yesterday, but make a new tradition, make it fun for you. And it doesn't mean you have to be alone every year, but when you are alone, it looks like this. Remember, you get to define however it is. So start a tradition that you look forward to. It's like when I would travel, that's when I would get sunflower seeds and root beer. And when I was, had a long drive, and beef jerky. Those were the three things that I liked to get. And that was my tradition. I don't get those things all the time. So it was a treat for me. So think about something that maybe you want to start as a tradition that's really special to you. Maybe you like a certain pint of ice cream and you give yourself some grace today to eat the entire thing today only. I don't know. I don't know what it looks like for you, but whatever makes you happy, do it today and make that a tradition that you can look forward to year after year when you're by yourself or maybe not by yourself. I don't know. Depends what it is, depends what you want to do. You get to decide. It is all you. All right. Call somebody on the phone. Just go take a walk and call somebody, or sit on your couch and call somebody. Take that time and say, you know what? I've got some extra hours. Let me call a relative that I haven't talked to in a while. Maybe that's your immediate family. Maybe that's your aunt and uncle, your cousins, whatever that may look like. But get on the phone and talk to somebody. Use today as a day to connect. Now, they may or may not have time. That's okay. Maybe you know somebody else that is also alone that would like to hear from you. You know, maybe they're sitting at home and, you know, they're thinking, man, it's really crummy to be alone. And you have the opportunity to lighten and brighten their day. So, who do you know that's alone today that maybe would love to hear from you? Yeah. Another thing you can do is volunteer. I mean, how good does it feel to give back to people that are less fortunate? Just to give back, you know? This world is all about, give and take, and we all need to be helping each other out. And there's some people that are out there that are truly in need. And you've got the time today. And if that's on your heart, and it doesn't have to be, but if it's on your heart, if that's something that you enjoy doing, maybe going to a soup kitchen, maybe passing out food, that's a great way to utilize your time, help other people, just get involved. There's something about it that just uplifts our soul. I don't know that I've ever volunteered and said, man, now I'm in a bad mood. I gave back to the world. I mean, there's just, there's probably some, chemicals that are released like serotonin or something when we help people. Like, I don't know what it is, but you don't normally feel negative after helping other people. It's just, that just doesn't happen. So if you are sitting around going, what do I do today? I hate being by myself. Go help somebody else. Get out there in a community, find an organization that's out there doing things to help the homeless or to feed people in need, or, orphanages that, maybe there's kids that just want a hug today. I don't know what it is, but there are tons of organizations. Utilize you can use your phone and find whatever you need. Go on your computer, find whatever it is, find some local organizations, get plugged in and go do something with them. That could be your tradition that you start. Volunteering, I don't know. So volunteer. Tons of things that you could do. Take an opportunity today, whatever holiday it is. If it's nice weather outside, go outside, get some fresh air, go take that walk wherever that is, around the lake. I walk on a lake a lot, so that's very normal for me. But walk on a lake, find a path, walk down your street, but get some fresh air. It's going to be beautiful outside because there aren't going to be so many, cars moving and grooving. It's going to be you with nature, and it's going to be nice and peaceful and probably better air quality. So if it's not crummy weather, get outside, get that fresh air to your brain, and just enjoy the sun, enjoy the warmth, enjoy the cold, maybe you enjoy walking in the rain or being in the rain. I have no idea, but enjoy whatever it is because life is so busy every single day that a lot of times, I don't know about you, but I wish I was outside a lot more. I love being outside. It makes me happy. It helps it lights me up. And so I'm grateful when I get that opportunity. And so if you are hanging out by yourself today or on any holiday, you've got the time, you've got that opportunity. Go put your headset on, call that person while you're walking, make that your new tradition. You could just merge a whole bunch of these things and, how many birds, one stone? Terrible. That's such a terrible thing to say. How many birds in one stone? We don't need to be killing birds. But anyway, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Mix all these things together. You don't have to go walk by yourself, just be in your head, or you can. I love to walk. Yesterday, I went on a walk. I didn't bring my phone. I didn't have earphones in my ears. I just wanted to hear and feel everything. So maybe that's what you want, or maybe you want to talk to somebody. I don't know. Or maybe you just want to listen to music. I have no idea. But get outside. If it's a nice day today, use this opportunity to get outside. All right. If you do decide that you're going to go anywhere, it's on your terms when you want to leave. Yeah, that's right. If you have the family and all of the things, then life isn't always on your timetable. You know what I'm saying? Like the kids want to play a little bit longer, or your significant other wants to chit chat for a little bit longer. If you decide to do anything, you can choose when you show up. You can choose when you leave. You do not have to stick around. That is the beauty of being alone. Life is on your terms. If you're like, wow, drama is starting at this place, deuces, I'm out. You can have that luxury because you don't have anybody else that you're responsible for. Oh my gosh. I we'll do this in February. We're going to talk about being single, but just as like I don't have to report into anybody. I don't have to eat what you want to eat for dinner. Like I get to make all of my choices. It is liberating. So today, if you are by yourself, you get to decide when you show up, when you leave. If there's drama, you can I gotta go. You know what? My show is starting. Bye. You can choose to do that. If you're with other people, it gets a little bit harder. So lucky you. And lastly, I will leave you with this. You can choose to focus on what you don't have, or you can choose to focus on what you do have. And this entire week, we've talked about gratitude, and really, gratitude is being thankful for what you have and what you don't have. And if you missed the first three episodes this week, go back and listen to them, and just to start jogging your mind around, how do I even find what I'm thankful for when I'm looking around and I'm not seeing very much? And you just get consumed, because remember, where your thoughts go, your energy flows. And so if you are thinking, hey, I don't have anything to be thankful for, then you're going to find justifications for that. And guess what? It's like this downward spiral. That's that energy, circling the drain. So go back and listen to those videos from earlier this week and find what you are thankful for and grateful for. And guess what? That energy is going to go up and up and up and up. So it is your choice. If you focus on what you lack, which, today may be people in your life, or you can choose to say, wow, it's actually amazing, because I'm going to do some level of self-care, and I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to take a walk, and I'm going to call some people, and I'm going to live life on my terms after I take my bath. Okay. So go enjoy today, whatever your situation is, whether you're, with people or you're by yourself. Make today an amazing day. Make every day an awesome day. Happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this today, or happy day if it's any other day. And I will see you on Monday because I am going to sleep in tomorrow. You have a great day. Cheers.